Hello and welcome guys to the channel Bullets Garage. On today's video I'm going to show you how to set zero preload on your coilover setup. Alright boys and girls, children of all ages, I'm going to show you how to set zero preload on your coilover setup. I have my CKS coilovers that I got from Mod in Japan that I'm going to be putting on my GSF May 19th with my brother. He's going to be doing the recording. I'm going to be doing the installation. Today I want to talk about how to set zero preload on your coilovers. Per the manufacturer of CKS, they set zero preload on these from from when they ship it out to you. I'm just going to double check it and measure it out so it's perfect because I am OCD. And let's get right on into it. What we need to do first is disassemble the bottom piece. And I'll let you know why I do that. Yes, I'm working on my wife's makeup station because she got good lighting. Don't tell her or she'll be mad. There's a lot of thread here for height adjustments, so that's a great thing about these coils. So you could have infinite amount of low and high. It just keeps going and going and going. Jeez, my wrist. There we go. Okay, so let's put this on the side. Let's undo this collar also. It's going to be easier for us to measure. And then what we're going to do is loosen this bottom knot up. And then I'm going to loosen this perch. This is the perch that sets your preload on the coil. As you can see right now, the spring is free to move up and down. Okay, that's not what you want. You want to have zero preload. So what you're going to do is by hand start tightening this up. I barely tightened it and you could see right there the spring is not moving, hardly turning left to right, but I'm going to give it a couple more turns. Basically hand tight. There we go. It's not turning left to right. Doesn't have play up and down. That is what I'm going to set the preload to. Now, some manufacturers like BC Racing, for their coilovers, they recommend 4 millimeters of preload on their coil. And how they achieve that is they spin up this lower locking ring up to the top one. Then they take their spanner wrenches and rotate this until there is a wrench size gap right here, and that gives them 4 millimeters. Why do they do that? I guess it's their preference. But the way I see it is, the more you compress this spring, the more tension it is under. So you're basically making the spring have a higher spring rate the more you compress this. For instance, if there's zero preload, the spring is totally loose, moving up and down. If it's not moving up and down, but it's doesn't have enough tension to it where the spring itself is pushing against itself and fighting itself. That's zero preload. When you have 4 millimeters of preload like BC Racing does, basically let's say it takes 500 pounds to compress this 1 inch. Once you put 4 millimeters of preload, which doesn't seem like a lot, but it creates tension on the spring, so you're already making your spring stiffer because you have 4 millimeters of preload on it. So that's why CKS recommends zero preload. So that's what I set it at. Now, in order for you to be 100% sure that you set zero preload correctly on each and every single corner, you need to measure. Once you lock this up, you need to take your tape measure and measure from the bottom of the lip right here to the bottom of the coil itself and get your measurement. And do it the same exact way on each coil. So push this against the part here and measure at the bottom. And what do we get? We get 9 inches and 1/18 and 1/8. I'm sorry, 9 inches and 1/8. Now, I am going to do the same measurement on the rear coil for the other setup to measure the same exact amount. That way, when you put this on and you're adjusting your height, you know your preload is set exactly on each coil. It's exactly the same. So when you adjust your height wise, you get your caliper and you measure from distance of the bottom to the distance of this on each side, and you could get every single corner perfectly measured out. Let me show you how that's going to look. So now that I've measured and set the preload on this spring, which was 9 inches and 1/8 of an inch, I'm going to set it on this one to the exact same measurement, which is right there. Now, once you set this, you're never going to touch this again. Only adjustments you will be making is on the height side, up and down. So once you know your preload is set exactly left to right, these are the rears for instance, when you go to adjust your height, to make sure your height on the left and right side is the exact same, you're going to use your caliper tool. Set it to 0, and very easily, well, right now it's kind of short. Clearly I need to get a bigger caliper. Alright, we're back. I just closed this up a little bit so I could give you a demonstration of how to measure the correct height. So let's say you want to measure the height. You zero this out. You get the bottom of the perch to the top right there. And this is 78.20. You match that up on here. You're going to have exact same right height left to right. And then you could tweak it from there however you desire. I will be purchasing a caliper that is more than 100 millimeters. Depending on how much height I'm going to be needing, I might need a longer tool, which I'm going to get that. But other than that, guys, that is a simple way how to set 0 preload on your coilovers. I hope this video helps you out today. Comment below if you have any questions, concerns, and I will see you May 19th when we install these bad boys on the GSF. I cannot wait. Take care, guys. See you on the next one.